Hello, Hack Forums. Today I'll be showing you a couple of apps on Android that I found out that can kind of hacking apps. They're all GUI animated and pretty easy to use. Most of them do require root and Android 2.3.3 and above, I believe. Sorry, this is taken from another Android device, but it's the best I could find because ADB was pretty crappy. So was WebKey. So I don't know. It's guess what I'm working with. Kind of wanted just to give back, and maybe this will help somebody out. Show them a couple apps, give them, show them something that was messing up. I don't know. If you need help rooting advice, just let me know. Most devices can be rooted pretty easily, unless it's an off-brand Chinese tablet, which in that case I wouldn't even bother. Here are the apps we're using. Wi-Fi Kill, Dsploit, Feign, Droid Cheap, Hotspot Shield, Network for 2, Find My Router, Network Spoofer, Android device, and MAC Address Ghost. First one we can go over is Wi-Fi Kill. Wi-Fi Kill pretty much just spoofs a third-party router, and if it says unable to copy binary file, which is what mine is saying right now, it's because you closed it out wrong earlier. Like you did something wrong to it. You need to go into app info and force stop it. Or it's because you did something you need to uninstall and reinstall it, which is my case. Of course, maybe it will still run. Alright, it still ran fine. That's cool. Alright, it basically works by spoofing a third router, and the devices you select will have all their packets dumped to that router. It will not, so the device will still stay connected to the internet, but it will not be able to browse, it will not be able to do anything. So I click a device, and all the packets would be routed to it. I'll try. And they'll pretty much become useless. It's pretty funny for people who are hogging your bandwidth, or playing a game and you want to kick them offline. Sometimes though, when you first start it, it will show up a warning on your internet. Your router will pop up a warning. I've had this happen once. It's never happened again, so yeah. I don't foresee it being too huge of a problem. Next app is Network Spoofer. Network Spoofer is a man-in-the-middle attack. It requires a 300 megabyte, 30 megabyte, I don't know. It requires a huge file install. After that you set up and install that, you start. It will give you your spoofs. You can run multiple, but sometimes they mess up. Redirect traffic, blur images, customize Google search, troll, replace, images on web browsing, web pages, replace their videos, flip their images, screw with them, mess them up. It does not work. At least I have not been able to get it to work in places such as a school or whatnot. Wi-Fi Kill will work, but Network Spoofer will work sometimes. It's kind of rare though. Android device ID. This is just useful if you need to know one of these devices' IDs. I mean, there's not very many times you'll need to know them, but just in case. Dsploit is a all-in-one tool. It is a man-in-the-middle, ARP poisoning, port checker, vulnerability scanner. It's pretty much everything. I will show you, say you wanted to, scan a device. You click on a device. Once my camera focuses, you click on a device. That was the Wi-Fi. If you click on a router, it will bring up your vulnerability login cracker. Honestly, I have not been able to get to work. I think it's just crap, probably. Packet Forger I've never used, so I have no idea. Man in the Middle, you'll have all of these. Pretty much the same. Simple sniff, replace images. Script injection, I've never used that either. I'm not sure. Maybe someone can let me know. Find My Router Password is a router password cracker, dictionary tag, or brute force. Password recovery default, it's kind of crap. I've gotten it to work maybe once. Dictionary is a little more reliable. It'll work depending on your dictionary. Brute force is not that well. Manual, you're pretty much just going to browse for your router, look and see what the default password and username is, and try to log in with them. But that's that. Wi-Fi code requires root, so does network. Android doesn't. Dsploit does. Find My Router doesn't. MAC address ghost. This is to change your MAC address. Very useful if you want to cover yourself. I would advise it when you're using any of these apps in a local place, all for educational purposes, of course. Thing is a program I use just when I want to find the services running on a Wi-Fi. Say I wanted to pick a device, I'd go to Scan Services, and any services such as FTP, Samba, I believe, maybe, something like that. But any services such as that will show up. And most of them you can use on Android. Most of them, it will bring you to a link for an app that will allow you to use it, or something along those lines. But FTP, File Transfer Protocol, will allow you to log into that device and, just browse all their files, do whatever you want. It's not GUI based, you just get a directories, so kind of sucks. That does not require Wi-Fi though. Network Info 2. I use this just for finding the router default page on Wi-Fi's. You'd go to Wi-Fi when my camera focuses. Sorry about that. You go to Wi-Fi, then you'd go to where it says Gateway. You click on that. Once you click on Gateway, it'll open a web browser, and then it'd bring you to your default router homepage. And that's pretty much it. And then DroidSheep. DroidSheep is one of my favorites. DroidSheep, you have to accept terms of service. DroidSheep is a ARP poisoning app. It sniffs cookies, I believe, and is a session hijacker. So if you wanted to use it, you would. This is not spoofing any IP, because I'm not running it. But if you wanted to use it, you would click on ARP spoofing, make sure that's checked. Then you would check generic mode, and then you would start it. Some routers will block this kind of attack though. It will work most of the time, but I have had routers that have blocked it. I know that it works at schools and places. For some reason, I've used it, and everyone loves Instagram for some reason. I don't know why. What's been the deal with that? But it's not picking up anything. I don't think I have anything running. Unless my neighbor's stealing my Wi-Fi. The last one would be Hotspot Shield. Hotspot Shield is just a VPN, virtual private network. It reroutes all of your information, so it's encrypted. So it will change your IP, but they do keep logs of everything you do. So if you actually did get in any trouble, it's not going to really help you out. I mean, I can prove to you that it works and changes your IP. It doesn't work on all Android devices. That's the only problem. It works on the 4.0 devices. I know that. This is running on a Acer A500 II. So I'm gonna go to whatismyip.com, show your IP. I'm in Pennsylvania, by the way. I don't really care if you know where I live. It says no proxy detected, if you can see that. And then they used to have a IP lookup where it would show you your destination. I'm not sure if they do anymore though. IP tools. Yeah, they do. IP address lookup. Oh, and why Hotspot Shield is ad supported, so it will put ads at the top of your thing, but you can exit out of them, or you can use ad block. So that is the Wi-Fi I have spoofed. It is 69.31.69.1401 or 140. I'm gonna look it up, see where it says I am. It says I am in Illinois. My postal code is 6029, time zone, Chicago. So it does spoof it. It does work. You know that much. But like I say, it keeps logs. So if you get in any real trouble, you're kind of screwed. So, use it carefully. But that is all I have for now. Thanks for watching my video. Any comments, any suggestions, anything pretty much. I am sorry for the video quality, but like I said, it's all I had, and I don't know. Thanks for watching.